As our society increasingly centers the individual, the isolation and emphasis on individual satisfaction has led to an exponential increase in consumerism. To alleviate this, we propose an alternate vision for the future that revolves around community instead of the individual.
We are proposing a future ecosystem where dwellings are reimagined to centre and rejuvenate community. We envision this will decrease consumption through the sharing of resources and skills. Beyond a social restructure, we want to facilitate individuals to realign their values and form their identity based on social connection and experience, rather than materials and possessions.
To shift the cultural focus towards community, we redesigned what urban living would look like in high and medium density contexts. By implementing communal eating spaces, recreational facilities, and shared tool and appliance libraries, we aim to break down the isolation between individual dwellings to create self-sufficient communities and interconnected ecosystems of residence. By pooling resources and increasing dependence on immediate community, the individual's required consumption drops drastically.
Literature suggests that our material possessions are imperative in forming our identity. We define who we are by the costumes we wear and the way we decorate our environments. We ask, how can we detach our identity from our material possession? We propose that shifting to community-based and intrinsic methods of defining identity will detach our sense of self from material possessions and reduce our dependence on consumption. Within this assignment, we have looked at this concept through the lens of gifting, ritual, and celebrations. But what will this future look like?
Meet Lily. Lily is a 22-year-old university student living with her partner in the city. She is social and outgoing but values her education in her own space. She loves sewing and making her own clothes and having dinner with her friends.
Lily cooks her own breakfast and lunch by herself. She then heads off to uni. After uni, Lily picks up a dress and a present that she bought online. But the dress doesn't fit, so she repackages it to return it. She also gift wraps the present. Lily goes home, cleans the kitchen, and cooks for her and her partner. Here are all the items that Lily's consumed during her day. In the current day example, Lily's time is taken meeting her own basic needs and her daily connections are limited to her existing friends and family unit. Let's compare how her life will be different in the future.
Lily goes to the communal food hall and shares breakfast with her neighbours and picks up a lunch pack. Lily goes to the leftovers room and finds a dress and some wool. The dress doesn't fit, so she picks up a sewing machine from the appliance library and tailors it before borrowing a crochet hook and making her friend a present with the wool. Lily goes to the dining hall and eats dinner with the big family that lives next door.
In the future, everything Lily uses has been shared or borrowed.
In the future communal ecosystem, Lily's needs are met by her broader community and she interacts with a wider variety of people who she shares her extended home with and is able to create slow gifts of function and sentiment.
So how do we get here? Although the logistics of our concept is speculative and future-focused, we believe the ideological essence of our proposition can be implemented today. We believe that digital applications can foster the sharing of resources and skills in local communities. In addition, individuals can begin to decouple their identity from material possessions by refocusing on the people and shared experiences in their lives.
Austerity often entails connotations of frugality and starkness. It was important for our proposition to be a positive vision of the future where the individual's life was enriched whilst consumption was minimized. By creating an ecosystem that centers communal living, we believe the individual's life will improve because of, not in spite of, the drastic reduction in consumption. Rather than forcing people to own and buy less, we are alleviating the need and desire for constant overconsumption.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.